You're now tuned in to the Low Profiles. Don't get mad at us. It's just our opinion.
So, Pro,
Yellow.
presidential elections coming out.
Yeah, November's gonna be big this year.
What the fuck is up with your mans, man?
Which one?
Donald Trump, man. What's happening with Donald Trump, man?
Oh, that's classic New York right there.
Yeah, Trump.
Arrogant fuck.
Arrogant as shit.
Yo, bro. Honestly, I heard zero policies from this man. I don't know what he's going to do. And
I think he's good. He's great TV, by the way.
Oh,
he's great TV.
clearly.
Now,
so is
when
Bush.
you talk realistically, he's nowhere near.
So is Bush.
Bush is nowhere near
because of the
him.
idiocy. He was
the
so
ignorance,
dumb.
the level of ignorance is crazy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think people...
So worth the watch.
worth the watch, yes, but sad when you just take a look at
it shows us the state
America.
of our affairs.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It lets you know, all right, this is what motherfuckers really think. Because it's like, all right,
how can you agree with this
he
fucking
is the
dude?
representation of what y'all really want.
So let me ask you something.
Talk to me.
Do you find Donald Trump to be the absolute epitome of white privilege?
I ain't going to say of white privilege. I think he's the epitome of America. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's saying what these motherfuckers really want to say. And I think that's why so many people are riding out for him. Because it's like, yeah, you know what? They sitting home like, yeah, fucking right.
Send those fuckers back.
Get those motherfuckers back over the wall. Make them build the motherfuckers. Then send
let
them back
build
over.
Let them build them and toss the fuckers
Toss
back
the
over.
fuckers over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Make America great.
The whole Muslim statement is just crazy. Like we said, we
Ridiculous.
got family members that's Muslim. Whoever don't know, me and Pro is your cousins. You know what I'm saying? And we got family that's Muslim. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never hear talking about a jihad.
Bro,
You
I
understand?
never knew what I thought it was a nigga.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
thought jihad was a nigga
Like who?
Like who?
That's
Was that another cousin?
That's one of them cousins. Jihad? No.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? You talking about we want to kick out all the Muslims and all that, or
How?
Not even let them in and all that. It's just crazy. Like
How?
the level of ignorance is just ridiculous, and it's sad that it just shows you what our country is really thinking. Well, on the other side, I should say.
Let me ask you, how can a country built on imperialism as this one, if you know it's what the so-called quote-unquote founding fathers really were immigrant or fugitives from England. So that's why everything in the Northeast is New York. It's New England.
I don't know.
Right?
All I know is these motherfuckers here is just crazy with it. You know what I'm saying?
But the reason I'm even bringing that up is because of the historical mindset that goes into being what Donald Trump is now.
Oh no, absolutely.
So
I mean, this shit just didn't start today.
no,
obviously.
I mean, right.
You know
So
what I'm
the
saying?
fact that it's being perpetuated the way it is, so blatantly, it's either telling you, us, the American public, how stupid we are, and we're so caught up with the social media and we have it now that every little statement we hang on to, and we offer no validity. The person has to offer no validity for what they're saying. They just have to say it and let it snowball and be what it is, because there's so many outlets for it to take its own sort of reign. It could just go and be
It is what it is.
Donald Trump can say, "Make America great," and people will just fly out of nowhere and be like, "Yes, how, Sway, do the fuck you do that?" Because you
ain't got the answers, Pro.
Yeah, you ain't got all the answers, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
How the fuck, Donald, DT, holla at your boy, bro. It's funny how you, Donald Trump, want to get rid of immigrants, and all your wives you brought from Scandinavia.
Oh, they from overseas,
They're
overseas biddies.
What's his wife now?
I don't fucking know.
Like,
Nor do I care.
Belarusian. But she doesn't have to go back. But she offers nothing to American society.
I mean, this whole place was built on us.
Yes.
As we know anyway.
They
And
came-
now when I say us, I don't even talk about, blacks alone.
Not even just blacks.
You know what I'm saying?
Not even.
Chinese, Spaniards, all of that, the works. And I think we just got the butt of the shit, really.
No.
As we all know historically.
Yeah, we being the darkest of the indentured slaves, we were harshly treated.
That we all know.
We understand, but I hate when I see people online. Oh, all lives matter. They do, no question. But how many white lives have been put through 400 years of indentured slavery? How many lives were destroyed by us tearing down Wall Street? Wall Street was founded on you guys exchanging us on the stock exchange.
Yeah, well, I know. I've seen somebody put a post up too one time, and they were saying something to the effect of, you know what I'm saying? You want us to I'm trying to look for it. You want us to forget the slavery or whatever. You can't dare tell a Jew forget about the Holocaust or some shit like that.
You know why you can't do that?
Let me hear why.
Because countries are still paying them for the Holocaust. Jews
they got some reparations?
Jews get reparations yearly.
You think so?
Do I think so?
I don't know. I
wouldn't mind.
I ain't never heard of them cutting checks.
I wouldn't mind Googling, but you never heard of the Holocaust Fund, my friend?
I didn't.
Our government pays into it.
Nah, I don't know.
Germany.
I don't know if it's true, but I just know that, we still shit's still hurting us up to today. That shit that happened back in the day with black people, slaves, etc., as we all know, affects us. You know what I'm saying?
Fund.
What are you searching it?
Oh yeah. Because I don't want to be completely ignorant.
Well, yeah, you got to have some kind of backup with what you're saying.
If
I don't know nothing about it, I ain't gonna co-sign.
I want to say this much. I have read that they do receive money. They're still getting funding for what happened to their past, which is a recent past.
Yeah.
But what about ours? You promised us 48. We demanded 40 acres and a mule to each slave family.
I mean,
you took. We destroyed.
We just.
That means we have half this country.
We're just fucked.
40 acres and a mule. We'd have this country and Canada. You can keep Canada. So
as far as getting back to the presidential thing, what do you think? Hillary, Bernie? You know what's funny with Bernie is that I don't know that much about Bernie, and I'm not. Both of us, none of us are politicians.
I don't follow.
We don't follow the shit like that. We just
pick up the little snippets of shit.
Yeah, we don't. We ain't getting too in depth in it, so we're not basing it on factual facts like this, that.
This is just the hood feel.
This is just the hood feel. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So Hillary, yeah. Well, Bernie, yeah. I just know not motherfucking Trump. How about that?
You know what I've wanted in a president, and what we got with Obama, I think to a degree. If we want to nitpick, clearly we can and say he did nothing for black people. Fine, right?
And I disagree.
But prior to him being here, we were at 10% unemployment rate, and possibly even higher with black neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. He stayed the course. We stayed the course. It's on the table to have a higher minimum wage, and now we've gotten unemployment back down to the manageable number of, I believe, 3%. Okay, in less than 8 years, he's gotten back the employment rate to where it is manageable for a country to be at profit, and its people doing well, right, employed, and people still want to blame him and finger point. Listen, you take the good with the bad. At the end of the day, you put an elected official in there, he's no longer yours to control.
Well, I just know he hooked us up on the gas.
You know what I'm saying?
I know the gas was a motherfucker back in the day.
Well, consider this, right? Why? How couldn't he help us out on gas when we went to the Middle East and raped the gas?
Well, so that's the back end of the whole,
right. So if you're stealing it, right? If you're stealing it, can't you lowball the price to get the maximum amount of custody?
I suppose you could. I don't know if that's how it went down.
Hood rules apply. If I go and rob a spot, I'm not going to pump out the food from it for the same price he would. I'm going to lower it to get it off because I don't want anyone knowing I took the work.
So
you see what I'm saying? So if I'm in there with Halliburton raping Iraq, at first the prices will balloon. Why? Because the fear of not getting oil is driving it up. But once you know there's control being taken of those oil fields in Iraq or the Middle East, now you're able to say, hey, we could drop those prices because now we have so much reserve oil that we're owning. We stole it. Well, the people of Iraq see nothing of their oil.
Well, so getting back to the presidential thing.
I would go with Bernie because he's different. Personally, I would go with We know what Hillary's gonna bring. You saw it with her husband.
As far as I remember, Clinton was alright though.
He was, but he incarcerated an absorbent amount of black people for petty drug trials.
Yeah.
He basically doubled down on the RICO laws that were established, the Rockefeller laws, excuse me, that applied in New York, that a nickel bag of herb will get you 10 years. but
not to that extent.
But my nigga,
I don't think Knicks.
My nigga, there's a nigga locked up right now for 2 splits for 10 years.
Facts.
You
got to show me document on that.
I don't fuck with jail niggas like that have the paperwork. I'm just saying.
So I ain't gonna go ahead and co-sign that.
You read the story. All right, so you read the story of people. All right, so non-violent drug crimes shouldn't be treated the same as violent crimes. Period. If I take a life, it's not equal to a person having a vice and wanting to cope themselves to death. That's on them. You know
some people don't look at it that way. Some look at it. Let's say, for instance, let's talk crack for a second. You get more time for crack,
okay,
cooked up, than raw.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming, because once it's distributed, you hurting more people.
Think about
families.
Think about the background, though. Think about the background of why that drug, when it comes from the powder drug. Think about it.
I'm listening.
Which one do white people use more?
The raw.
Powder. Right?
Right.
So they're known to have it less, or they're known to have that more. But we break that down to stretch the coke that we get, the little coke we get, into crack. We're manufacturing a whole nother drug.
Right.
Which they're going to put on you, not the basis of the drug itself.
I get what you're saying.
So they don't get mad at the pharmaceutical company for giving out the syrup. They blame us for flipping it into syrup. You feel what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Legally, they're distributing every piece that you need to create the formula for it.
Throw your comments in. Let us know what you think, man.
Vote Bernie, motherfuckers.
Holla.